Alright lads, and welcome back to another video, and today is a match review for Rangers versus Hamilton in the round of 16 of the Scottish Cup. And I haven't done a match review in a while because I didn't actually watch the game on Wednesday. I couldn't because I usually work late on Wednesdays, and then last Sunday when we dropped points against Aberdeen, I just did not feel like doing it. So today we are into the Scottish Cup away to Hamilton. Usually this is a easy game away to Hamilton because they're not a good team, and they are actually sitting bottom of the Premier League, I do believe. So it was looking as if we could go in and build off of not the. I mean, I didn't watch it on Wednesday, but. I heard it wasn't the greatest performance ever, so hopefully we can build off the 3 points at least, and get a similar result. And we done that. I mean, we won 4-1, but it's not as easy as it sounds, or as it sounded, or it's not. It wasn't as easy as it sounds, like the 4-1. It wasn't. It wasn't. It should have been as easy as a 4-1. But we made it more difficult for ourselves than what it should have been. So I'll get into it. I'll get into it. So Edmondson was into the start again. No Katic. Obviously Tav was back on Wednesday. He was in today. You've got Arfield, Kamara, Hadji, Aribo, then Hadji on the right, Kenton left, and Morelos up top. So Good squad. You should be beating Hamilton with that team any day of the week. And we got off to a good start. We almost found the back of the net with Hadji, cross from Kent, and Hadji from 6-7 yards out. He should have buried it into the back of the net, but he just miscalculated, I guess, like your sat nav, and didn't put it into the back of the net. So that should have been 1-0. They actually had a decent chance as well, but McGregor saved it. I think it was Winter. Is that his name? I don't know. Winter had a shot, but McGregor saved it. It was like on the right side of the box, had a shot. Pretty comfortable for McGregor. You'd expect him to save that kind of shot. But we eventually got the lead, and it was through a penalty. Morelos just taking on his man and beating him, and the Hamilton defender, he would plead his innocence, but he knew exactly what he was doing. It was obvious that he was falling down, and he got his body in front of Morelos' legs to stop him going to the ball. So yeah, it was a penalty. Arfield steps up, new penalty taker, actually misses the penalty. Keeper actually makes a good save, and then it comes straight back to him and he taps it in. So that's 1-0. It was a penalty, but you would think from then on it would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 possibly. But no, it wasn't. So many times going from midfield to attack, it was like the transition was just poor. A lot of the passing was so slack, especially by Glenn Kamara and Joe Aribo. Oh my days, those two. Their passing today was shocking, at least in the first half anyway. Glenn Kamara and Aribo, between them, must have had about 8 just slack passes, like easy passes. Kamara especially, like side to side passes, just completely getting them wrong. I don't know what was up. Well, to be fair to Kamara, he did have one really important tackle. We had a corner, but then they cleared it up to their big man up top. He got the better of Barisic, and he had a good 5 yards on Kamara, who was chasing him back. And within 10 yards, Glenn Kamara had made up those 5 yards. In fact, it wasn't the big guy up top. It was actually quite a fast guy that they had. They got the better of Barisic, and then. Sorry, I don't know any Hamilton players' names. I'm not that qualified. But Glenn Kamara, yeah, he made up about 5 yards over 10 yards and caught up on him, made a really good tackle. The player should have got booked. He literally went studs right into Kamara. He actually got injured. And had to get taken off at half time. So maybe he shouldn't have got booked. But and I mean, he probably didn't know Kamara was there. But Kamara made a great tackle. End of. But we can only keep a clean sheet for a short amount of time. We were in the attack. Tav's crossing today was woeful. I don't think he got a good ball into the box today. Honestly, he must have had 10 crosses that were just either way over hit and went out of the park, or under hit and didn't beat the first man. It was so bad to watch. But yeah, one of his bad crosses led to them having a counter attack, and 3-on-2, like 3 Rangers defenders against 2 Hamilton attackers. The big man gets the better. Well, he makes the run in between Goldson and Edmondson. Their communication was poor. And then he just goes through Barisic and Edmondson through the tackle. Like, it wasn't even a tackle. He didn't even do anything to get by them. And then he laid it off to some young Hamilton player, and he done a little like fake shot, not even anything special, got by Edmondson or made a yard on Edmondson and put it through the legs of Edmondson and into the bottom of the corner, bottom of the net. So yeah, that was 1-1. That was it was a horrible goal to concede. Edmondson, I wasn't really impressed with them today. Obviously he scored on Wednesday, but there's 3 or 4 times where he just looked clueless. He just didn't look as if he knew what he was doing. I don't know. And Hamilton could have actually gotten a penalty like towards the end of the first half. Goldson went for some majestical diving header, and his arms were way up here, and he missed the header, hit off his arm, and then he ended up lying on the ball. That should have been a penalty. So Hamilton could have actually had the chance to go 2-1 up. So we were lucky we didn't go 2-1 down, which is mad because we should never be in the situation where we go almost 2-1 down to Hamilton. That's embarrassing in itself. Never mind actually going 2-1 down, but to almost go 2-1 down to Hamilton, that's bad. But we made it to the half. Hamilton started picking up a little bit towards the end of the first half, but we got to the half time. We got into the second half, and we came out with a little bit more intent, I guess. Just thinking, we don't want a replay. Let's just go out and finish this lot off. And I mean, we did, but it took us a while. We kind of started off the same. That we didn't really create too many chances. Like the keeper didn't really have much to do for Hamilton. We eventually got the second goal in, and it was Joe Aribo. Ryan Kent, who was on and off during the match, it was actually decent today. Ryan Kent took his man down the left hand side and whipped in a low hard cross with his left foot, and Joe Aribo in the box just kind of guided it into the bottom corner. It was a good finish, good goal, and Joe Aribo, who was having a kind of poor game, got his goal. And then he started to pick himself up a bit. So it was 2-1 then, and there wasn't really any fear that Hamilton were going to get back into the game because they're Hamilton, and even though they scored 1 that game, you would still think it's going to be comfortable from here on out, and it was. They didn't really create much. Unlike, their 1 goal and then their potential penalty in the first half, but we created so much more in the first half. Like Morelos also had a couple one-on-ones where he just set it straight to the keeper, and then one good 1-2 with Hadji, and he blazed it over the bar. But Morelos, he was always going to get his goal, and they got it eventually. Greg Stewart came on, and he came on and he showed intent. He showed that he wanted to go and try and get a goal or try and create something, and he took it on the edge of the box. Had a shot, got deflected, and it came to Morelos, like kind of looked up in the air. Morelos beat his man to it, and it was 3-1, headed it into the back of the net, and Morelos got his goal, first goal for 2020, so that's good to see him scoring. Hopefully he can get back into the rhythm of things. Obviously the suspension didn't help, but he failed to score against Aberdeen and Hibs, so it would be good to get him back into the scoring way. But we weren't finished there, 3-1, and we did make it 4-1 with Scotty Arfield. A nice finish, just around the box, and he had a shot, like finesse, off the bottom of the bar and bounced down into the roof of the net. A really nice one, similar to Stephen Davis's against Lokomotiv Tashkent, if you remember that or if you saw that, except it was with a little bit less power. More finesse. So yeah, that was it. 4-1. Man in the match. Well, first half Hadji was good. Out of all the attackers, Hadji was probably the best and the least likely to mess up a 5 yard pass. So, but then second half he was kind of quiet. I'd probably give it. Scott Arfield had a pretty good game and got his goal. I don't know. I always find it difficult to give a man in the match, especially with Rangers, because I don't know. I feel as if I give the wrong man in the match, then I'll get slated for it. People will just think I'm wrong. But anyway, I'm gonna give it to Scott Arfield. He had a good game. He made his passes, at least, unlike Kamara and Aribo. So I'll give it to Scott Arfield. Hadji just come up in second. If he played the same way in the second half as he did the first, then I'll probably give it to Hadji. But also in the second half, Hadji got fouled, but the ref didn't give it, and the commentator said, "Oh, he's got to become accustomed to that because it's more aggressive here in Scotland." And it's like, it doesn't mean you're allowed to go behind someone and trip them up. Like, a foul is a foul, regardless of where you are in the world. It's like they're trying to disguise a foul as just being more aggressive when he tripped him up. So that sort of BS commentary is just typical, and obviously the ref didn't give it, so BS refs. And I didn't actually see on Wednesday. I've saw the highlights, but I've not actually saw how bad the ref was. I've heard everyone complain about it. Maybe I don't want to see how bad he was because it would probably get you annoyed. But anyway, lads, leave down below what you did think of the game. That's going to be the end of the video. If you did like it, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you hopefully in the near future with a video. I'll try to get back to it. Alright, see you later. Bye.